Sense more cover by and cassette TV, so message over subscribe, no my comments, ever comment section. I say, never see for ye niece if once a me and a dance regional snatch say, or drop you say, it will go mountains say, I say, decision I say, in penny be mono, a taking a wicked decision. Now, every see for answer, and for which me and Tim Monsam, Madame I say.
That this is not just shameful, harmful. This is not shameful, harmful, and even wicked decision taken by party executive, but also a practice of tyranny and autocratic in democratic dispensation by Mr. Asedun Katia and Fifth Koti. Mr. Asedun Katia, in his quest to defend his unpopular, self-seeking, and wicked decision, stated that they did this on the basis of regional balance. If we may ask, why was Honorable Ahmed Ibrahim from Banda maintained? Is it because he is from the same region with Asedun Katia? Ladies and gentlemen of the press, another question is, why was Honorable James Aveji replaced with Honorable Agboja? Both of them are from Volta region of Ghana. We wish to further ask, if John Mahama is elected as a flag bearer of the great NDC at a Congress, is he going to change Professor Jane Opoku as a running mate? If it is no, the question is, which region is Honorable Atufosin and Jane Nana Opoku from? Another unfortunate and unattainable explanation offered by Mr. Asedun Katia is that they need people with background of economy to lead our party in parliament, which we find it unreasonable because if it is people with background on economy that should be chosen as leaders, then His Excellency John Dramani Mahama must also be replaced at a Congress because equally not an economist. How many of our previous leadership from Parliament were economists? We wish to send a word of caution to this self-seeking national chairman and general secretary that they should prepare to continue to be in opposition with their self-seeking and parochial interests because we will not compromise Honorable Haruna Idrisu in replace of anybody in the party, not even the former president. We also want to bring to attention of the former president that these people purported to be his loyalties are rather his saboteurs and enemies. So far as we are concerned, we therefore call on all meaning people and stakeholders in the great NDC as a matter of agency to intervene and overturn this unpopular and wicked self-seeking decision that may deny the party, deny the NDC of victory in 2024. Again, once I want to state emphatically and equivocally that Honorable Haruna remain our role model as youth in the northern region, and we look forward to see him progress, and no amount of vilification or intimidation will bring him down. Thank you.
Who making rounds from your party's general secretary to Speaker of Parliament, no? Who be as a caucus?
Absolutely not. So I traveled. I came down about the day before yesterday. Now this morning, in fact, around 11 o'clock in the morning, now will be friendly. I'll say me who changes the effective in the leadership. Now the changes there. Now so they have changed some of our leadership. And so who did? Because ideally the highest decision-making body of the party here, Congress, after Congress, NEC.
Yes.
After NEC, of course, FEC. And I know that FEC will be sitting today. Usually they sit this particular day. Now time the I knew that FEC hadn't even sat.
Mm-hmm.
So who took that decision? What informed it? Two, I contacted in fact, I tried to call Honorable Fifi. Now my friend about 3 times, he couldn't pick because he signed the letter. And I felt that I needed to authenticate the letter. And the only person who to authenticate the letter is Honorable Fifi. So I tried calling him about 3 times, he couldn't pick. I sent him a text message that it was me. Unfortunately, he hasn't gotten back to me. So I had contact with other colleagues, and it was that the letter was actually authentic. So my position is that who did they consult? We are practicing a democracy. And this NDC, nobody in NDC is bigger than the NDC. So if the practice, what I know, I was in the 6th Parliament, of course in the 8th Parliament, and I am particularly interested in parliamentary democracy. You know, I'm even in school, and what I do, what I'm working on is on parliamentary systems. So I've gone through the literature in the Ghanaian parliament and in many parliaments in Africa. I have never seen any parliament where a leadership of that parliament, particularly the caucus of the parliament, leadership is imposed on the caucus. What they should have done was to consult us. And all the experiences I've had and what I have gone through and what I read, usually they would propose to parliamentary caucus and the caucus will take a decision. Now, why would you impose leaders on us? The first question is, has anybody in parliament told the party or some members of the national executive that we are dissatisfied with our leadership? They need to tell us. 2, have they consulted or did they consult the leadership of even the caucus, even those who are taken out? My understanding is that they were not even consulted. Natural justice demands that if you have leadership and you want to change them, call them. Look, for ABCD reason, we think that we want to change you people. They were not consulted. So it looks as if they are being hounded out. And that is why I think that it is not appropriate. And in any case, the timing is completely wrong. This is not the time we should be rocking the boat. This is not the time we should be engaging. As I talk to you now, there are the main issues that Ghanaians are preoccupied with. That debt restructuring, the Auditor General's report, these are of very important issues to the Ghanaian people. Now, we are having these discussions and boom, leadership have been changed without consulting the parliamentary caucus. I think it is undemocratic. I think that the democratic principles and holding same, it is not limited to any political party. Everybody, including the NDC, must respect that. So in as much as I have tremendous respect for our party leadership, I think that they have gotten it completely wrong. The other question I ask is, at what forum was the decision taken? Was it fake? If it wasn't fake, who took that decision? If it was fake, some of us would want to see the minutes of the meeting that occasioned the decisions they have taken. We would want to know. And if we are asking this question, we are not being disrespectful to the leadership. That is what democracy expects us to do. We need to ask questions. Now, I have no doubt in the quality of leadership of parliament we have today. I have no doubt whatsoever. Look, this leadership of our caucus delivered us a speaker for the first time in our democratic history, that we elected a speaker who is from an opposition party for the first time. This particular caucus delivered us a change in government decision as far as the policy decision they wanted to in the budget. Mind you, they were taking away the threshold of the COVID, the e-levy.
E-levy, yes.
And the leadership guided us in ensuring that this thing did not happen. The 80 million Ghana cedis, which was put under the Ministry of Tourism for the purposes of the cathedral, and which we felt was nothing short of thievery, the leadership guided us in taking that decision. So if we are dissatisfied with our leadership, we would have told the leadership of our party. In any case, if caucus's leadership are going to be imposed on us, then tomorrow, some national executive decides that, we want a first-timer to represent us as a leader of the parliament. The youth wing were allowed to choose their leader. The women wing were allowed to choose their leader. As a matter of fact, Professor Nelson and Co. described parliament and the committees of parliament as a workshop of parliament. Mm-hmm. The most important arm of government in the democratic dispensation is parliament. And that is why you can have a government without parliament, but you cannot have democracy without parliament. And one of the important tenets of parliamentary democracy is consultation. It's consultation. And the consultation is not only at the parliamentary decision level, even within the caucuses. So why would you take a decision like that?
But Honorable, what has been...
Okay, let me conclude on this.
Okay.
The timing is completely wrong. The timing is completely wrong. Why would you want to take this decision at this time? What would be the basis on which you want to change leadership? One, if they are not performing.